Greetings students, beta class 8. We are going to start chapter 1 of civics, that is the Indian Constitution. So Indian Constitution, it is a set of rules and regulations abide by all the citizens of the country. So in the chapter we will discuss what is constitution, why do we need constitution, and what are the key features of Indian Constitution. So let us start. We start the chapter with an example that if you people just start playing football, it's a game in which many players play together, and if we want to make some changes in the uh, key rules of the game, then the whole game will change. So like in the game of football, it is given an example that if the players have to carry the ball with feet only, but if any of the players they touch the ball with the arm or of any player, then it is considered a foul. So if players start holding the football in their hands and passing it around, then they are not playing football anymore. Similarly, some other games such as hockey or cricket also, if the rules if have rules, all the just games they have rules according to which they are played. Each of these rules help define the game and help us distinguish or differentiate one game from another. So as these are fundamental to the game, we can also call them the constitutive rules of the game. So like these games, a society also has constitutive rules that make it what it is and differentiate it from the other kinds of societies. In large societies in which different communities of people live together, these rules are formulated through consensus. And in modern countries, this consensus is usually available in written form. A written document in which we find such rules is called a constitution. So I think this is clear to you all that all the rules and regulations of our country are written in the constitution, which rule according to which our country is governed. So we have looked at the Indian Constitution in class 6 and 7 in our social and political life textbook, means civics book. So have you ever wondered why we need a constitution, or been curious about how the constitution got written or who wrote it? In this chapter, we will discuss both these issues and also look at the key features of the Indian Constitution. Each of these features is crucial to the working of democracy in India, and some of these will be the focus of different chapters in this book. So let us start the chapter. We start the chapter. Uh, so this is why does a country need a constitution? So see here. Today, most countries in the world have a constitution. While all democratic countries are likely to have constitution, it is not necessary that all countries that have constitution are democratic. So please keep this thing in your mind that all the countries that have constitution are not democratic, but the countries those countries that have a constitution are democratic. So there is a difference. The constitution serves several purposes. First, it lays out certain ideals that form the basis of the kind of society or the kind of country that we as citizens aspire to live in. Means it tells the fundamental nature of the country. So, or put another way, a constitution tells us what the fundamental nature of our society is. A country is usually made up of different communities of people who share certain beliefs but may not necessarily agree on all issues. A constitution helps serve as a set of rules and principles that all persons in a country can agree upon as the basis of the way in which they want the country to be governed. So, these rules and regulations are formed after a great discussion and negotiations. Then, after these rules have been formulated and came into existence, and all the people of our society, of our country, they agree that our country should be run according to these rules. Why? Because these rules have been formulated after keeping the interests of all the communities in mind. This includes not only the type of government but also an agreement on certain ideals that they all believe the country would uphold. So all the other kinds are also kept in mind. Hanji. In 1934, the Indian National Congress made the demand for a constituent assembly during the Second World War. This assertion for an independent country, a constituent assembly formed only of Indians gained momentum, and this was convened in December 1946. The photo on page number 2 shows some members of the Constituent Assembly. So, see here, here is an example with Nepal. What happened in Nepal? Let us see. The country of Nepal has witnessed several people's struggle for democracy. There was a people's struggle in 1990s that established democracy that lasted for 12 years until 2002. In October 2002, King Gyanendra, citing the Maoist uprising in the countryside as his reason, began taking over different aspects of the government with the army's assistance. Now, see King Gyanendra, he started controlling the government, started controlling the country authority, all the authority with the help of army. The king then finally took over as the head of the government in February 2005. In November 2005, the Maoists joined other political parties to sign a 12-point agreement. This agreement signaled to the larger public as an imminent return to democracy and peace. In 2006, this people's movement for democracy began gaining immense force. Now, see the Maoists, they joined the other political parties and started convincing the people that they would bring democracy in the country. Now, what happened? Uh, So it repeatedly refused the small concessions that the king made, and finally, in April 2006, the king restored the third parliament. King restored the third parliament and asked the political parties to form a government. In 2008, Nepal became a democracy after abolishing the monarchy. Now, the rule of the king was abolished. In 2008, Nepal became a democratic country, and the above photos shows things from people's movement for democracy in 2006. Now see which picture? This one. this is a picture where the people they are struggling for gaining democracy. So see, with the help of the people's movement, the country became a democracy. The country turned from a monarchy to a democratic country. So this is all for today, and in the next video we will discuss rest of the chapter. So have a good day.